welcome to another Galactic Mayan astrology report. So this is an astrology report for the 11th of July 2021. But before we go there, I just want to let you know, in case you haven't already heard, that on the 24th of July I'm going to be launching a 20-day process carrying us through the Lionsgate portal, through the Day Out of Time, through Galactic Mayan New Year, and it's all about embodying galactic time. So I'm going to be teaching 6 modules of potent wisdom to support you to understand how to navigate life through the Mayan calendar, how to decode and understand your own astrology, how to decode and understand the astrology of the people that are around you, so that you can really understand your relationships at a deeper level. We're also going to be exploring the human nervous system and how we can support the nervous system and the subconscious realm of our humanity to reintegrate so that we can hold the galactic frequencies, so that we can really access and feel safe through accessing these like super time mind bendy realms and experiences. So it's going to be taught online, so you can access it from anywhere, and all of the modules will be accessible forever. So sometimes you're going to be receiving these really potent transmissions through video. Other times there are going to be experiences and activities that you can kind of go through on your own, because I'll be sharing things, you know, like different processes for you to do. But then we're also going to have 6 beautiful dance and cacao ceremonies, and also opportunities for us to connect with one another in community. And within that connection, community-wise, there are also going to be some Q&A sessions, so you're going to really be able to feel into and explore anything that feels a little bit unknown for you or that you've not quite got to grips with. So, link below for that. Not long now till we take off. I'm very excited, as you can probably tell. But this is an astrology report, isn't it? So the 13-day process that we are moving into on the 11th of July is the energy of red moon, which is delicious. Red moon is a red archetype, so it's all about the awakening, it's all about the start, the spark. And red moon is about the feminine. You know, red moon is about feminine energy, and we as a collective up until 2019 were in a 13-year process with red moon. So this energy has got resonance for us all from a big chunky collective process that we were going through before we moved into the White Wizard, which has brought with it everything that's going on in the on the pandemic level. I was going to say on the planet, but it came out as pandemic. But all that-ness is really the archetype that we're now journeying with 13 years of now. But the red moon has really been supporting us to, and will continue to support us to, tune into the flow, essentially, right? So within our reality, we have this beautiful synchronistic flow of energy. And you know, the more that I tune in, the more that I feel, because I really feel things through my body. That's what I've realised. Don't know if it's the same for all human beings, because I can only speak for my own experience, but this synchronistic flow is literally like a flow of water. It's a flow of energy that we can move through, and this is the feminine way. And I don't mean feminine in a gender way, I mean feminine in, you know, duality is an aspect of our existence, and it's just that there are 2 sides to everything. So on an energetic level, we have a feminine energetic realm and a masculine energetic realm. The feminine is more flowy, the masculine is more formy, more edgy. And we utilise both in the way that we navigate our reality. So this feminine flow that comes through red moon is really about us finding the way to follow where we are being guided, to follow what feels inspiring, to follow what feels like it needs to be processed. So there's an energy of surrender that is a big part, a big component of red moon. And you know, as I always share within these processes, often when we're working with a specific theme of existence, a specific archetype, we have to experience the opposite of it so that we can access its wisdom. So for instance, when we are triggered, the automatic response is for us to go into something that stops us from feeling that pain. But the invitation and the red moon medicine is to be able to go into whatever it is that we need to experience to break open. So a big piece of red moon is about purification. It's about being able to purify the vessel, you know, and because we've all experienced trauma, because we've all experienced pain, we have calcified in different ways, we've become hardened in different ways, and it's like we put whatever happened, whatever we experienced into a box, and then we build life around it. But the invitation with red moon is, okay, like how do we get into that place that was hurt and allow the water of emotion to purify that calcified energy? How do we allow the emotion to move so that we don't have to have these like hard, edgy, ouchy parts of our experience anymore? And it's not to say that we're not going to experience pain, because that's a part of this realm and it's a beautiful part of this realm. But it's about being able to express and experience in the moment as the things are happening, as opposed to not say the thing, not feel the thing, not do the thing, and then have to like dig for it 10 years later when we've like created all of these different parts of experience on top of it. So the red moon process is really about us finding our way to soften, to purify. You know, this is a beautiful, beautiful window of time to consciously purify. You know, if you're wanting to do a cleanse, or you wanting to give your body a bit of a break, or you wanting to, you know, do something really nourishing for the physicality, which affects everything, this is a really wonderful opportunity of time to do that, but to be doing it in a way that isn't whipping the self. You know, let's not do this as a punishment, but do this as an expansion. That also brings in a really beautiful piece around the relationship of the masculine and the feminine, and how these two parts of us are completely essential for the other part. You know, it's like the two sides are essential. So having that little bit of discipline, you know, if we are going to do a cleanse or something, or we are feeling a lot of pain and we're wanting to zoom off into trauma response, having the discipline to be able to hold that space then gives the opportunity for the feminine to drop in and to feel and to dissolve, essentially. In quite a stall way, perhaps. But can you see what I mean, in the ways that the two energies like totally complement and are completely essential for one another? So yeah, giving yourself a bit of space and time to purify. Now we are approaching the completion of our collective year, which began in July last year, because that's the Sirius ancient time alignment galactic New Year marker is the 26th of July. So we're approaching that time now where we have been journeying as a collective in this very chaotic storm energy. So this is also a really beautiful window to begin to reflect upon what you've learned and what you've experienced over the past year. And again, to kind of consciously begin to purify, to consciously begin to distill, you know, what needs to, or what would like to, let's scrap the idea of need and should, but what would like to move. What would like to move for you within your experience of the past year? Perhaps it's that you feel to do a little ceremony, but within these little ceremonies, and this is something that for me, you know, there's a lot of a lot of ceremonial magic that's rising in the field again, which is wonderful. And you know, when I say ceremonial magic, it's like these series of steps and these series of things that you do to open a portal. But I feel that sometimes these sequence of steps can pull us away from actually accessing the portal because we go into mind. So if it is that you're going to do a process, perhaps bring in, you know, or a ceremony, perhaps bring in something that will take you out of the mind. You know, whether that is engaging in something like breath work or engaging in something like shaking, you know, something that will allow your mind to let go and your body to have the opportunity, as opposed to this like, please universe, I'd really like to let go of this thing, so I'm going to burn this thing, I'm going to burn it now. Oh, that was nice, candles out, fire's done, I'm nipping back in to make some tea. I'm not saying that there's anything wrong with that, but we can go deeper. We can go so much deeper than that. So it's about what can we bring in to create that depth so that we can ride this wave of red moon, because the red moon is the ocean. You know, the red moon is the water, is the emotion, ocean emotion. So how do we create the space for it not just to be a token of, yep, I'd like to release that now, but actually to be a declaration of, right, I'm open, move through me, express, do whatever needs to happen. So create space within this 13-day process to process, basically, in whatever way feels good for you, and be soft. And through that place of purification, it's like when we land on the shores again, after we've been in the depths of the ocean and been like, I don't think I can swim in this current and the storm has come and it's all really intense. Once we finally get back onto the shore, then it's like that's the place where we can really grid into the depths of what the synchronistic force is trying to reveal to us, what the synchronistic force is guiding us toward, and then we're allowed to follow it. Whilst we're all caught up in the calcification, it's very difficult to flow with that synchronistic force. It's all very clunky because we're so hardened. Whereas in those moments of tender release, that for me is when we really get the clarity and when we get the opportunity to move forward. So see what comes on the other side of your purification. And like I was saying at the start of the video, on the 24th, the course launches. The link is below. If you're not already within the Milky Waves group and you want to begin to start understanding your personal astrology, connecting with other star seeds, and really witnessing the galactic potency to get you ready for the course, if you're going to join the course, find Milky Waves through Facebook and you can meet with us there. And also, if you've got any questions about the course, just get in touch with me. So I'm sending you loads and loads of love and loads of blessings, and I will see you next time.